So Jaecoo Malaysia just previewed its latest 3-row SUV model. This is of course the Jaecoo J8 in its right-hand drive version. Let's have a look. Right, in terms of design, you can see that the Jaecoo J8 is slightly different compared to both the J7 and the Omoda C9, but it still retains the same vertical front grille design here. But in overall design, it looks much closer to the Chery Tiggo 9 because both models are quite similar, sharing the same platform and the same engine. And its dimension is quite large. It measures over 4.8 meters long, so this is a proper 3-row SUV we got here. Alright, just like the Omoda C9, the Jaecoo J8 also comes with Jaecoo's proprietary active suspension system called the Continuous Damper Control (CDC), where you can adjust the right hand of the car using the buttons inside the car. But more importantly, this being a slightly capable off-roader, it comes with a decent wading depth of up to 480mm, meaning that you can take this car, go through any shallow waters, but not too deep because this is still not a 4x4 SUV. Alright, in terms of boot space, the Jaecoo J8 for the 6-seater model, it comes with a boot space about 200 liters plus, but if you need an extra space, you can just fold down the third row seats, allowing you more than 700 liters of space, which is, I think, more than enough for your monthly IKEA trips. Alright, so now we're on board the Jaecoo J8. As you can see, it gets a pretty lavish cabin setup, but it looks slightly different compared to J7 because you got this dual display setup just like the Omoda C9 instead of the portrait-oriented Accenter one. But of course, this infotainment supports both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Off the bat, you don't do it for update, but you also got other amenities including multi-color ambient light system. You got this fake wood veneer which looks quite nice, quite feel. And then the seats are wrapped in this fake Nepal leather, which feels quite nice and premium. Of course, it comes with both heated and ventilated functions, and you also got power adjustment for both seats and even on the second row seat as well. Of course, you still got this large center console here with wireless charging pad and lots of physical buttons still, which is good, especially for the ventilated controls, for the driving modes and everything. So not everything needs to use the screen here, which is quite good to see in a Chinese car. Alright folks, now we're at the rear part of the Jaecoo J interior, and for the all-wheel drive model here, it comes with a 6-seater setup, meaning that the second row seat gets these 2 captain-style chairs, which is quite luxury and quite premium feel because you got tons of space. You can see legroom is not a problem. Even headroom is quite impressive because you got this very expensive panoramic glass roof here, so it's quite nice. But the seats are more or less the same as the front one. You get it's power adjustable of both of these seats, and you also got your dedicated aircon vents left and right on the B pillar. Here you also got dedicated switches for the seat adjustment and even for the climate, and you also got USB charging ports. So at the back here, it feels quite premium, but unfortunately the third row is not really ideal for adults because space is quite limited. So for kids, I think it's okay, but for adults, not so practical. Alright, so for the Malaysian market, the J8 comes exclusively in a full petrol version. This unit uses a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine rated at 245 horsepower and 385 Nm of torque. So for the 2-wheel drive, it gets a 2-wheel drive version, front-wheel drive, but for the all-wheel drive, they got Jaecoo's proprietary RDS all-wheel drive system. Gearbox, they use the 7-speed DC, same as both the J7 and the Omoda C9. So in terms of powertrain, more or less the same as the Omoda C9. Alright, so according to Jaecoo Malaysia, the Jaecoo J8 SUV here is slated to launch later in Q3 2025 with prices starting from 195,000 ringgit for the 2-wheel drive model, and the all-wheel drive model starts at about 220,000 ringgit. So what do you guys think about Jaecoo Malaysia first 3-row SUV here?